Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's the gamer like in here, and today I will be showing y'all how to make a floating island in Minecraft in under 20 minutes. Nay, in under 17 minutes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So basically the pattern I have for this is it will be the edges. The long side will be 7 blocks and then 2 blocks. So look, so from the middle block you got 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 1 block, and you repeat that pattern all the way around. Does that make sense? The edges of the circle are going to be 7 blocks each. So if you split it down the middle, it's 3 on one side, 1 in the middle, and then 3 on the other side. Does that make sense? And the diameter is 17, I believe. So yeah, what we are going to do now is we are going to connect the bottom part of the circle to the surface of it, and we're making a half circle here is what we're doing. And there's going to be 4 corners or 4 sides to this half circle that will be the foundation of this half sphere. So basically on all 4 sides just build out 3 blocks out, and then what you will do is on top of that you will build up 2 blocks just like that. Do you see? It is just like we did at the top. Okay, so the same thing here, 3 blocks down and 2 blocks down and then 1 block. So that makes the half circle or half sphere. You see, it's kind of like a bowl or the frame of a bowl. And we're just going to repeat this along the other 3 sides. Okay, now that we have that complete, we'll go ahead and fill in this surface, or what's going to be the ground level of our floating island. I can't think today. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fill this in with just grass blocks or dirt blocks, and I assume the grass will grow later once it rains or something. So just go ahead and fill that in, all of it. I'm not sure how one would do this in survival mode. I'm sure it would probably be very complicated and take a long time. Unless I'm mistaken and someone can prove me wrong. Okay, so now that we have that part complete, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and fill in this surface area of this half sphere. And basically the way that I'm doing this is I'm just building 1 block up and 1 block out, if that makes sense, kind of like a upside down pyramid shape. Okay, and essentially we just repeat this pattern up all the way up until the top. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how it's done slowly on 1/4 of this half sphere, and then we will zoom through the other parts because it's essentially just the same pattern repeated on the other 3 sides. Do you see what I mean when I say 1 block out and 1 block up in like an upside down pyramid type shape? And then it kind of gets tricky as it gets to the top, but essentially we'll just follow this pattern up because we don't want to make it too fancy. I mean, we could make it look more circular, more spherical and all that, but for the sake of simplicity, like, I'm trying to make this like a simple build, not very complicated and very long. And that windmill in the back looks beautiful, if I do say so myself, and also that shimmering river water below. Minecraft is so beautiful, especially with shaders. Okay, so I'm filling in this area right here like a goofball, but just to kind of give me a reference point, I guess, we will be filling the top 2 right before it gets to the ceiling or the floor level with dirt. So it kind of looks like this came up out of the ground. Like if you're digging down in Minecraft, you dig down a couple dirt blocks and then you get to the stone. If you want it to be really fancy, you could even alternate. You could do like 2 layers, 2 or 3 layers of dirt up at the top of the floating island, and then do like 2 layers of alternating dirt and stone, and then transition into the stone. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm doing something whack, something I'm not supposed to be doing. Excuse me. I had a yawn. I don't even know what I'm doing right here. Don't do what I just did right there and mess up your perfectly good circular island. Okay, so as you can see, essentially we have 1/4 done, 1 out of 4 sides done, and you don't need to fill in the entire middle inside area if you don't want to. You could even make a secret room, a dungeon perhaps, or perhaps a portal to the nether. Just a thought. And this is what I mean by the top 2 layers will be dirt. That looks nice and natural. So now that we have that out of the way, we are going to go ahead and do the exact thing on these remaining sides. And this is just following the pyramid pattern. I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record or beating a dead horse, but I just wanted to, I don't even know what to say. I wanted to emphasize the point that this is not very complicated to do once you've laid out the frames and the foundations of the spears like we did in the very beginning of the video. So, you know what I'm saying? This is just like an upside down pyramid. Don't be intimidated. I know circles can be intimidating in a game full of squares, but it's really not that complicated. So see this part right here, it doesn't look like the other side, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix it up with the detail. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just moving it out by 1 block. Okay, there we go. So now it kind of looks like the other side. It seems a little symmetrical. I don't like this bottom part right here. To me it seems like it goes down way too much, like it should probably start curving 1 or 2 blocks before, instead of going all the way down with those stone, if that makes sense. So potentially you could even do this as half as deep, if that makes sense. So instead of making the circle, you see how it's like it curves like a kind of like, what do you call it, like a crescent from the bottom to the top. You can make that curve even less profound and have it not as deep, just half as deep, without as many blocks going down and in. I'm just trying to make sure everything is symmetrical right here, because I don't want a floating island that looks weird on one side. And we just have one more side to go, and so I'm removing this bottom part before I complete that side, because like I said, it's too deep for me. And even still, even after I remove that one layer, to me it's still too deep, but for the sake of this video, it's fine. Almost looks like a mix between a cube and a sphere. And remember that you can always use the other side of your build as a reference point, so you don't have to just keep building the stuff by memory. You can always go back and look to see what the other sides look like to make sure it's perfectly symmetrical. Okay, so once we've completed this last side of this half sphere that we needed to do, we are basically complete with the floating island. We're gonna go ahead and add some measurements at the top once we're finished detailing this bottom part right here. And by measurements, I mean we're gonna make sure that we can fit our one chunk Greek style temple on top of this floating island, for that was the purpose for which this island was built. So right here I've already kind of marked out some spots, and we are going to see, we don't need this border anymore. I'll take out this border. Okay, now we want to make sure we have 15 block space on each side. Give y'all a little quick 360 of what the island looks like so far. I did not like the way that looked. I'm over here still detailing this, but we are essentially done. So this is the final. Actually, this is not the final. We got to take out these lights because we don't need them anymore. These glowstone blocks. Make sure all of these sides are symmetrical. Circles are tricky in Minecraft, but do not be intimidated. Take out these last 2 glowstones, and now finally, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave in the comments what are the type of content y'all would like to see. And this is the final 360 or maybe perhaps even a 720 view of the Minecraft floating island. And the next video that y'all should watch after this is the Greek temple one. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and everyone have a blessed day.